So guys, if you are watching the stream right now, we are definitely trying to get it going. Like I said, this is our very first time, so we're trying to figure out everything. It seems to be that it's working, I think, right now. Hopefully. It looks like you can see it for sure. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hopefully you can. But yeah, so what we are going to be talking about today is a few things. We do have a lot of new information for the new weapons in Infinite Warfare. So if you have not seen or heard or anything like that, I made a video, and then on top of it, well, I made a video for our channel, I should say, and then I also made a video for the Professionals channel. So basically what I did was I read a huge long interview that Game Informer magazine had, and it told us about all the new information as far as regarding weapons and what we should expect and all that kind of stuff. So one of these weapon companies in this game is called Kendall Ballistics. They're going to be the manufacturers that like give us weapons that we know and love already, like modernized weapons. And by modernized, I mean like today modernized, not like 500 years from now or whenever Infinite Warfare takes place. So we're going to be seeing like M4s, M16s, all that kind of assault rifle stuff that we all know and love. So right here is the very first picture that was just released. Kendall Ballistics, like I said. So it gives us a pretty nice overview. By the looks of it, as you can see, this is the silencer that we talked about. I believe this is the very first assault rifle that we see. Excuse me. So I believe this is the one the soldier is actually using on the cover art, or holding, I should say. And this is the one that we said looked like the Honey Badger because of the built-in silencer. So I do believe that is what this is. But if you look at the sights, look at the barrel, look at the little hammer right here, it all looks like an M4 or an M16. So it could be, an automatically silenced M4 or M16, or a different version of a Honey Badger, or whatever. They could have named it something completely different. But the last time we saw this, it was a game made by Infinity Ward, and it was also called the Honey Badger. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But this, I thought, was a very interesting picture. So this is the battery GPS that they kind of talked about in the paragraph that I read earlier. This is something kind of new that we haven't really seen before. I mean, obviously we've seen lasers, but it says tracking and strobe. So we don't know really what that is. Strobe kind of makes me think that it's going to be like a flashlight or something to like stun. I really don't know. But just reading it, I would guess that, if you guys remember in Battlefield, if you had a flashlight attachment, you actually kind of blinded your enemies while you shot at them. So it could be something like that. Like I said, though, it's hard telling at this point. We do know what lasers are, so that's cool. We will see lasers in this game by the looks of it. We will see reflex sights return by the looks of it, so that's cool. We will see stocks again. That's cool. Something new, well, we'll see this. The foregrip, that's something returning as well, so that's cool. But this is something new called an attachment rail. And obviously every weapon needs an attachment rail in order to put attachments on it, at least in real life. So I don't know. Like I said, this is all new to us as far as weapon companies and buying weapons and stuff like that is going to be. And we don't even know for sure if this is going to be a multiplayer. I mean, as much time that they've put into this, I'm definitely going to go out on a limb and say if we don't see all of it, we're going to see most of it. But it's not confirmed yet, and we won't know for sure until September unless something gets leaked. So, again, this is all speculation, but an attachment rail could be something that you have to buy or waste a perk slot on or something like that in order to put attachments on your weapon. Again, this is complete speculation, but maybe it's just something that automatically comes with it because, obviously it comes with a grip and it comes with a clip and it comes with the barrel and the silencer and all that stuff. So this could just be part of the weapon blown up. We don't really know. but it's something to take a look at, contemplate, and enjoy the view. So moving along, this is the SMG that has been, I don't want to say leaked, I keep saying leaked, and it's not leaked because it's in Game Informer, so it was published, but whatever you want to say. This is a submachine gun. I don't remember off the top of my head what company makes it. I believe it is the very first Japanese company, if I remember right, which I want to say is Fujiwara, however you pronounce it. I could be completely wrong, but I think it's something like that. Regardless, we know what this is. This is a submachine gun, and just by the looks of it, straight up to me, this looks a lot like the FMG9s from Modern Warfare 3. If you guys remember those, they were terrible and amazing pistols, fully automatic shooting pistols that you could dual wield, and they were fantastic. They were like G18s in Modern Warfare 2, if you remember that. Kind of terrible singly, but dual wield them, and they were just, we used to call them garden hoses. I mean, they just sprayed everywhere. So that's really cool. I'm definitely excited for that. But get ready, because in the paragraph that we read earlier, this right here, as you can see, separates, and we're going to zoom in a little more. I do apologize for the poor quality, but here's obviously a trigger. Here's another trigger. So this is where it splits. You can separate this weapon and turn a submachine gun into akimbo pistols. So that's why I brought up the SMG9s, I believe is what they were called, or the G18s, because that's what I think this is going to turn into. So a submachine gun is going to turn into akimbo pistols, and it's just going to be fantastic. I'm really, really excited for it. So, like I said, if you guys have not watched the video, or even if it's not my video, I'm sure other people have covered it as well. Regardless of that, you guys need to definitely know what I'm talking about. So, go watch the video on Professionals. That's the one that I posted about a week and a half ago, and it shows all of the information that I'm actually talking about, and I actually go through it, so that way you won't be completely lost. But regardless, this is an SMG that breaks down into akimbo pistols. I'm very excited for it. Bam! This is the sniper rifle. This really isn't new. This is not a new image anyway. This was the one taken from Game Informer the same time that I read you guys the paragraph or a couple paragraphs that was published a few weeks ago or a month ago, whatever. But this is the image that they had. It was the very first weapon that we actually saw, was confirmed, and kind of knew what it was. It's not confirmed, but if we zoom in right here, this is the very first thing that I pick up on. EDI, which is a game company. It is a weapon company in this game. EDI or Eddie. We pronounce it EDI because I don't know for sure. But yeah, regardless of that, I don't know if they just made a scope for this weapon or if this is the actual weapon made by EDI. I believe this is the actual weapon, just because if we pay attention, I'll zoom in a little bit more. You can see exposed wires and I don't know, this looks like computer hardware of some sort or a chamber to release heat, and more exposed wires and stuff like that. So I do believe this whole weapon is made by EDI because it says in the description, like I said in the past that I read, EDI will be a rough around the edges kind of weapon building company. So they're going to be a little bit cheaper, a little more affordable, but they will have exposed wires and stuff like that. So I do believe this whole weapon is made by EDI. And actually, I just noticed this for the first time. It says EDI right here on the little clip. So I would say that it is confirmed this whole weapon is made by EDI. Just noticed that. So I apologize. I'm still learning about this with you guys. But regardless of that, this is the sniper. Like I said, this is the clip. So judging by the clip, kind of the stock. So judging by the clip, the scope, the stock, and the barrel, and the tripod, I would definitely say this is a 50 caliber, probably the newer version of a Barrett. It could also be maybe not a 50 cal, but something closer to a, I don't know, I guess maybe like a Draken or something like that. like an M21 or a WA2000, but modernized. I don't think that's the case. With the tripod, the heavy, thick barrel, and this kind of clip, I believe it's going to be something like a Barrett. So that's really interesting. It is pretty much confirmed. That's what pretty much everybody believes, that this will be a Barrett type weapon. Or, like I said, it could be an M21 type weapon or something like that. We don't know for sure. But this is the cool part. This is the transformation part of this weapon. So I'm going to zoom out so you guys can compare it. Basically, right off the top, what changes is the scope folds down. So we get iron sights. And then the barrel shortens. So that's really cool. So I'm going to zoom in here so that we can take a little bit closer look at it. This turns into what they call, I believe they said it was an assault rifle. Or it looks like an assault rifle regardless. It might also be more like a marksman rifle. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't really know. It might reduce recoil. I don't know. But if it is an assault rifle, we don't know if it will be fully automatic. So that's what we're going to call it. We're just going to assume that it turns into an assault rifle with iron sights. So it could shoot like an FAL, it could be semi-shot, or a marksman rifle, or it could be fully automatic. This is not really the first time that we've seen any of this stuff before. If you guys remember back in Call of Duty Ghost, there was the Ripper, which was an assault rifle that transformed into an SMG on the fly. Very, very good weapon. Probably my favorite weapon in the game. And probably arguably the best weapon in the game. And then they also had a new weapon called the Maverick. One part of the Maverick was a sniper, and the other part of the Maverick was an assault rifle. The only downside to this was you could not transform it. You had to pick one or the other and put it on your class. But they were both pretty decent. I mean, the sniper was okay until it was like released to the public and they kind of nerfed it. Had a lot of recoil on it, but it had a cool scope that no other sniper had. It was pretty much a one-shot kill most of the time. It was decently accurate. It was semi-automatic, kind of like a Barrett. Oops. And then the assault rifle version of that was it was called the Maverick, but it kind of shot like the AK. Is kind of what it reminded me of. But maybe like a little bit weaker version of an AK. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't my favorite. Wasn't OP by any means. So hopefully they do a little bit better version of that, kind of as far as balancing it. Either give us a really good sniper and a semi-shitty assault rifle that is kind of balanced. Because you don't want something that dominates in both areas, because that's just over the top. I mean, one of my buddies is really good at sniping. I'm decent at it. But if he's really good at sniping and then can all of a sudden transform his weapon into an assault rifle and just spray people down, I mean, that's extremely overpowered, and no one is going to be able to take that sniper down unless you have some kind of stupid explosive or score streak or something. So hopefully one of these versions of the weapon is amazing. As far as, like I said, the sniper, hopefully it's really, really good. And then the submachine or the assault rifle has like a slower rate of fire, or is a little bit weaker, or something like that. So hopefully it just doesn't destroy if it is in multiplayer. If it's not in multiplayer, I suppose it doesn't really matter, because we want to be OP when it comes to a campaign, So I don't know, but that's what I have as far as information for new weapons. So I'm really excited for that and excited to share with you guys on that. Now we're going to be talking about, hopefully this is working. Sorry. But hopefully this is working. It's a little bit behind, but I'm going to show you this video right here. This video is on my channel. I'm actually viewing it through my buddy's account, the professional channel. But regardless of that, this is a few things that I've learned in this video that I want to share with you guys. So we're going to watch it, and I'm going to talk about it. So if you guys noticed right there, he actually boost slides, and this is the bar of boost slide, kind of like in Black Ops 3, that recharges. So I'm going to play it and you can watch it recharge. There, it's recharged right there. So that's something interesting to note. It is confirmed boots on the ground, so I don't believe we will have the double jumping crap that we have in Black Ops 3. but it does look like that we will have some kind of boost sliding, whether it be actually sliding on our knees without any assist, which I don't think is the case because it has a recharge bar. So I think it's going to be like Black Ops 3 sliding, and it was said that all Black Ops 3 users are going to be comfortable or feel at home when they're in Infinite Warfare. So that's probably going to be the case. So I'm going to play this again, and we will have one more thing to point out. Right there, if you guys notice, I will rewind it and show you guys one more time. So he actually peeks around the corner and he leans when he does that, which is something that we saw in, dare I say it, Call of Duty Ghost. Call of Duty Ghost, again, is something that, I mean, a lot of people hated it as a community. I didn't love it. It was definitely not my favorite Call of Duty by any means. But, I mean, it wasn't extremely terrible either. I think it got a very bad rap. But regardless of that, these are two things that we are seeing in older Call of Duties come back. So we are seeing the sliding feature in Black Ops 3. You know, it was all the way even in Black Ops 1 where the dolphin dive. It's just a modernized version of it. So we are seeing sliding again. And we are also seeing the lean from Call of Duty Ghost. So you guys have to keep in mind that Call of Duty Ghost was the last Call of Duty that Infinity Ward put out. So there's going to be a lot of build off of Call of Duty Ghost, I think, in my opinion, and that's why I guess this weapon was going to be a Honey Badger, just for the simple, pure fact that it was the last game they made. So, with that being said, we should see some or a lot of similarities, and that's why I said this could be like a marksman rifle and not an assault rifle, because there was a lot of marksman rifles in Ghost and they were pretty good. But regardless of that, again, that was the last Call of Duty Infinity Ward made. So being this brand new Call of Duty, it feels like it's been a while since they put it out, and that's because it has, because it's been like, I believe the game rotation is 3 years. So Ghost is like 2.5 years old, probably, somewhere around there. So, you know, all of this, you got to keep all of this in mind. So that's pretty much all I have to share with you guys. A lot of new confirmed things and stuff like that. So I'm very excited. I really, really wanted to share with you guys. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully this live stream worked out and it's not terrible. Hopefully the audio is decent at the very least. If you guys are wondering what I'm using XSplit Broadcast. It is actually a free version of what allows you to stream or live stream on YouTube. So it's the very first time, like I said, using that. Judging by this microphone right here, I'm probably talking way too loud, and so rip for all of you users that are using headphones. Hopefully the quality isn't crap. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you next time.